Hey there, guys. Welcome to the Week 4 recap of the All-Star Fantasy Football League. We are here because we want to be here. We're here because we had a fantastic weekend in football altogether. Everybody's team won that should have won. Not your fantasy team. I'm talking about the real teams, because we know all of you are Cowboys fans, and Dallas Cowboys, they won. They won big against the Saints that destroyed us last year. I can't remember what the score was last year, but a 38-17 win and total domination of running that the offensive line of the Dallas Cowboys can display. I mean, oh my gosh. DeMarco Murray. He's got at least a touchdown in every game this year. He's got at least 100 yards in every game this year. I can't believe it. I mean, I'm surprised at how well the Cowboys are playing. I predict, originally, guys, I said that 5-11, 6-10 season is what the Cowboys are in store for, and we're 3-1. I never would have thought that we'd start out 3-1. I would have said, BS if somebody told me that. It's crazy. And the Longhorns won, the Cowboys won, the Texas Keg Standers won. Good weekend. I would close it now, but I know all of you all are wanting to get into the matchups that we have in the All-Star Fantasy Football League. And that's what we're about to do here, fellas. We got we got a few things to talk about this week, man. The few of y'all are doing some shenanigans with your lineups. I don't know what you're trying to do. But anyway, first matchup, Buckeye Nation versus the Colorado Antlers. The 3-0 Buckeye Nation was going into Colorado to face the 1-2 Antlers this week, hoping to emerge to 4-0. They were hoping to. But with the help of Aaron Rodgers, with the help of Antonio Brown, and Kelsey put on a good display Monday Night Football. I love that the Patriots went down. Oh, my gosh, I love it. But anyway, Brian, hey, man, you won 138-118, a 20-point victory. I got no trophies to give out in this game, and I'm sorry, but you didn't get the most points scored this week, Brian. Sorry, man. It's all good. So, Mark, one thing to talk to you about. This is the second straight week that the Panthers' defense has burned you. You got negative points again. You would have been better off benching them. Okay, and also you got Frank Gore on the bench with 23 points. If you leave empty defense in your lineup and you put Frank Gore in, you won. You would have won. You'd be 2-2 right now instead of 1-3. But you didn't do those things, and Frank Gore actually had a really good game. He had a really good game, 23 points. So, for the love of God, please take the Panthers defense out next week. So, Gore was on the bench facing the Eagles defense that wasn't too good. Anyway, Brian, congrats, man. You are now 4-0, man. Only thing it could have been worse. You could have had the Bengals defense in there, and the score could have been a lot more high, but it's all good. Next matchup, we had the 1-2 ass-kicking chickens facing the 2-1 corn-fed fat asses. This is interesting because Rodney, I gotta ask a question. How much money did the ass-kicking chickens pay the corn-fed fatties to bench Matt Forte? I don't believe it. Matt Forte's on the bench. Eli on the bench, 40 points for you, Brandon. Flacco on the bench, 31 points for you. Forte on the bench, 21 points. Mike Evans on the bench, 16 points. Roddy White, 17. Alshon Jeffrey, 12. All on the bench. I don't understand it. You were better off, Brandon. You were better off putting in the Browns defense, and they were on a bye. The Bears defense got you -8. What did the Bears defense get you last week, Brandon? Can you remember? I'm going to tell you right now. The Bears defense got you 15 last week. And then to a -8. Oh, that's a big turnaround there, bud. But anyway, the question is, you had the potential to get high score of the week, Brandon. I don't know why Forte was on the bench. he's playing better than Jamal Charles. Well, Jamal went off today. In the last few weeks, he's played better than Jamal Charles. He's played better than LaShawn McCoy. And Fortes should have been like the number 2, number 3 pick this year. DeMarco should have been number 1 the way he's playing. Anyway, I don't know. Ass kicking chickens, 130. Corn-fed fatties, 90. And Brandon, there is one good thing about this week. You get a trophy, and it is the low score trophy of the week. Congratulations, Bubba. Just how much money did Rodney pay you? That's all I'm asking. Next matchup is the Texas Cake Standers and the Death by Taxes. Cairo, you were saying on the message board that you're about to go all thug life on my lineup. I don't understand what that meant. I thought that it meant you were going to mooch some points by putting Keenan Allen in there, mooch some points by having Novak in there off of what Phillip Rivers was going to do. He did throw to Keenan Allen. I was a little worried there that I benched Eddie Royal. Eddie Royal had 27 points here on the bench. I benched Forsett, who did 18. 17 more points better than LaShawn McCoy did. He only got me 1 point. But hey, you know what? At the end of the day, it doesn't matter. You told me that there's a quote here. You said, Edelman is not going to have a good game, which is true. He only got 6 points. His little streak of good games is going to come to an end. That's a quote there by Dave Cairo. He said that to me this morning. I can't talk to a guy that gets negative points on a defense. Sorry, Cairo. You're better off putting Miami's defense in there. Got you 22 on the bench. You know, it doesn't matter. If you put in, you know what? It really don't matter if you'd have put in all these players. You still would have lost. It wouldn't have made up for it. I beat you 140 to 96, which brings me 2 trophies this week. I got the biggest win, and that was a 44-point victory, and most points scored. So, how about that? Sorry, Dave, you're 2-2, and I emerged to 2-2. How about that? Next matchup, the Fairway Flyers and the Colorado Reapers. Oh, boy. Jonathan, I don't know what to tell you. Cam Newton is not doing it. Tannehill had a good game. If you put Tannehill in, you won. And if you put Dawson in, you won. Yeah, actually, if you put Phil Dawson in, the kicker for the 49ers, if you put him in, you would have had a W. Sorry. But it didn't happen there, Jonathan. Your players are just underperforming. Don't think into it too much. You got Des Bryant, you got Julio Jones, you got Gronkowski, you got James Jones, who's like the only target for Oakland. It was just bad breaks, Bubba. 0-4, man, and you got a great team. I don't understand that. It's just the matchups are not getting looks. When I don't get it. And plus, the other teams you're playing, I mean, they're not doing amazing. They're barely beating you. But it's okay. Mike, hey, man, you won. Martellus Bennett, your highest score, at 22 points. This is all you need. Deshaun Jackson only got you 1 point this week. Yeah, man. Just like Mark there, Jonathan. Better off having your defense on the bench. You got -2 points from the Steelers, -8 from the Saints. So you might as well left that empty this week on the defense. It's crazy. Dawson would have helped you, but he was on the bench. Mike, you won. You were 3-1, and Jonathan, sorry, man, you're 0-4. You can't. I'm sorry, man. It's all good. You'll be all right. Next matchup, we had the 3-0 Big Blue World Champs facing the 0-3 Hooligans. Now, this is a winless and a team that's on a winning streak. Was it going to change? It brought us down to Sunday night. Chris, I don't know what to tell you. There is a good news, though. You did not get low score of the week. I mean, you were on a little streak there with low score, but you did better. You got 105, but it wasn't enough to beat Jeremy's 119. This is also tied for the close game of the week. We had a tie between this game and the Fairway Flyers Colorado Reapers game. Mike, you got a close game trophy, and Jeremy, you split it with him. You had Cutler in there. Jeremy did good. He didn't get as much as Breeze did for good old Chris, but hey, the Cowboys, they didn't let Breeze do much. It was good. Nelson getting you 32 points was amazing. And also, Jeremy, how much money did you pay Chris to bench Jamal Charles? Jamal Charles is on the bench. Chris, you got to pay attention, man. I know they're game time decision, and I know you hate waiting until Monday on a probable, but you got to play these guys, especially if he's your number one pick and he's on your bench. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. Also, Steve Smith Sr., man, he's been getting more looks than anybody else in Baltimore, and he is on your bench. You got 32, and Jamal got you 31 on your bench. But hey, what do you do? That's it, boys. That's the matchups for this week. I'm going to get the standings. After 4 games, we are a quarter way through the season. NFC, we have Buckeye Nation at 4-0, Colorado Reapers at 3-1, Corn-Fed Fatties 2-2, Colorado Antlers at 1-3, and Fairway Flyers at 0-4. In the AFC, we have the Big Blue World Champs at 4-0, the Keg Standers at 2-2, followed by the 2-2 Ass Kicking Chickens, the 2-2 Death by Texas, and the 0-4 Hooligans. Guys, we are in the thick of it. Week 5 is upon us. I'm going to type up a little newsletter tomorrow and put it on the little message board there. I'll also have this video posted on the website and on the message board on Facebook, guys. Thank you for watching Week 4 recap, and we will see you Thursday.